really gonna do this, like, right now. Niggas recording on his garbage-ass Android. What time? 8 time. It's like 12:29 at night, okay? Bright-ass light on, looking like a fucking potato, munchkin, coming straight out of the waterworks, okay? I don't mean, dead-ass, your nigga don't even know how to edit, but we're gonna figure out how the fuck to do this, because this is gonna be life now, so...
Okay, hold up, wait a minute, all good just a week ago. Crew at my house, and we party every weekend. So on the radio, that's my favorite song.
So, first real video, we're going to talk about off bat is some weird bullshit philosophies that literally no one wants to hear for some light-skinned nigga over here. But deadass. The first philosophy I'd probably say is success versus expectations. The expectation of men to women is obviously different. It differs from whatever experience, circumstance, or situation that you're in. However, success in a middle-class society, in which I personally believe that I'm in, is gonna be manageably the same, about intuitively, I guess. So, from that perspective, I guess success probably would be defined nowadays, especially for my age. I am 16. Is if you have a car, if you have a female, if you have a stable job, and you might go to college, okay? But it's kind of fucked during a pandemic, but as long as you have at least 2 or 3 of those things at that age or that exact time within your circumstance and or experience, you will gain from that and push forward. False. That's what society is telling you, and it's bullshit. So to define yourself as successful, you actually have to understand the philosophy under which morals you pretend yourself onto. So let's say I'm a surfer dude, and I'm like, yo, I want to go shred some fucking waves or some shit, To have a cool ass surfboard and to smoke weed all day and chill with the boys, that's successful for that man's life. However, compared to the other person, it might not be the most model example. Compared to some business dude who went to Harvard and graduated and got like some kind of lawyer degree. I don't know. That's a trade, that's a barter, but what are you actually bartering for? It doesn't mean that that person's going to be more successful compared to the surfer guy and that lawyer or whatever business dude, like it really just outweighs whatever your philosophy and your personal opinion is. Therefore, there is no actual conception of what success is. Therefore, you can define it by whatever way that you want to define it. And if you do that and take that part into your life, then you could be successful in itself of acknowledging it. However, just know just acknowledging it doesn't mean that you understand it. That's a point in life that people don't get to that sifting level of. And to not get there is ignorance, but it's also bliss. And don't get these two mixed up. People would say, oh yeah, ignorance is bliss. Then you'd think bliss is ignorance. However, that doesn't actually flop around. Because we see that consistently within crazy, like, bullshit examples. And to see that kind of prosper in a society, it literally can't. It can't grow and it can't go forward into what you want it to be, strictly because society says, hey, this is the definition of success. You can't step outside of the model society's view and still be viewed as successful. If you are, you're stigmatized, downsized, or you're just completely laid off from your own mindset and what society views you as. However, if you were to step back and take a fucking viewpoint of yourself and just look in a mirror, you can just see all the flaws and insecurities that men or women have, and that's just kind of failing society nowadays, strictly because of the expectations compared to success. So that's where we'll begin. Is the success of that surfer dude compared to the dude who like graduated from Harvard being a lawyer or whatever? Does that mean that those one's better than the other? No. I mean, it doesn't mean that by any karmatic justice of itself, because it's 100% based off whatever you personally define it as. But if we were to see society as one person and or a company or a factory that works to output the maximum amount of good people or bad people to ratio out whatever society wants us to live in, or what we vote for our tax dollars, that's exactly what that's going to be. We would define that person as a characteristic of personality. However, here comes the question that's fucked up. So is society necessarily good or bad? Personally, we live in America. You know, if you're viewing this, you most likely live in America, or maybe I'm not viewing this. Because, you know, I'm a fucking sped, and who wants to hear some light-skinned rant about random philosophies that don't even know what they're clicking on the video of? It's probably some friend of a friend of a friend at max, you know? I'm not expecting anything or any kind of clout from this. I'm just saying my point of view and my perspective. And I don't feel that my perspective is necessarily necessary. But I want to put it out there on the internet for people to be able to view it for that itself, you know, to understand the philosophy under how you morally pretense your own, like, morals and your own values, and to hold that into a societal norm, and to hold that against societal stigmatization, and then you make the difference between that in itself. So right now I'm in my room recording with a ghetto setup, and I'm actually getting something done, or what I consider to be getting done. I view that as success. However, the expectation is probably to me to be sleeping right now, because it's what? It's literally 1:29. Okay, 1:29. You know, I didn't even have a shirt on before this. I picture myself putting on a shirt and sitting down and making a YouTube video for like the first time. I think that's successful to me, you know? But to anyone else in my family, it's probably like a, no, what the fuck are you doing? Go get a fucking job, or go get the car, or go get the girl, or any of that kind of pretense. Okay? So I personally view this as a success. Okay? This is for me. It's not for society. It's not for you. It's not for anybody else. It's just here. And that's what people need to start accepting the fact of. Because the expectation, when we start to use that as a guideline in society, it completely navigates and takes away from any kind of success that surfer dude said, yeah, that's successful. But keep in mind, just because it's taking away from the success of the surfer dude doesn't mean that it's not taking away from the lawyer. Okay? That lawyer might not view that as the same exact thing either. Maybe he wanted to be a surfer dude. Maybe he's like one of the surfer dude's like best friends or some shit, you know? Like maybe he wanted to live that life, but his parents said, hey, fuck you, you gotta go do this shit. You gotta go to Harvard and you gotta graduate. And maybe he's making money. But maybe money is not exactly what you'd value in terms of success. But society, since we do live in a capitalistic one, what we define success as in terms of that would be monetary gain and or a material object, or what you do have and what you don't have. So to feed that kind of bullshit into your own ears just because you hear people said it just kind of perpetuates any and all things that society's pushing onto you. So you kind of got to get out of that, you know, and that's what this video is for, so you can think outside of the box rather than just stay in it. And I don't think that the box is necessarily bad. I mean, people are in their own little corners of the box. You know, it's not the best corner, but it's something. But to somebody in that corner, they might think that's the only corner that literally ever existed. Because maybe people don't even think that they're living into a box. But I'm here to tell you, dead ass, there's more than just your little corner. There's more than just the people that you see in your corner. And maybe you feel that you have no one in your corner. But I'm also here to tell you that that's just unrealistic. It's pure ignorance rather than bliss, not blissful ignorance. So, I'd say that about wraps up the video. You know, it was probably like really ADHD, like off track. But like, you know, first video, it probably wasn't terrible. But I'll take it, okay? So, don't subscribe unless you actually want to see some kind of content. I was pulling a poll on Instagram today, trying to see whether or not I wanted to do some kind of bullshit music like review or something, or if I wanted to do commentary, and no one voted by the time I checked. Or I mean, they probably did, but I was too lazy to check, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do commentary, don't want a shirt, let's make a video. And that's exactly what this is. So first time, bullshit. Sorry about the watermark for Power Direct. I'm not paying premium unless this goes well or something, or even just 2 people view it and they're like, yo, make some more content. I'm gonna be like, I bust down. Okay, we're chilling. But yeah, that's about it. Peace, boys. Or females. I don't want to judge. Any and all artisans are welcome here. Black.
Wait, hold on. Is that my nigga Steve? Oh shit, dog. Where the fuck you been?